In the depths of my mind, a demonic cackle. Joker's grin, mocking me, ready for battle. Chasing reality.
Yo, what is going on YouTube? My name is Andrew, aka the Black Dragon. This is Black Dragon Studios, and we're back with another episode of Raid Shadow Legends. Today, I'm going to be doing a video on the character Whisper, and we're going to be chatting a little bit beforehand about some of the ongoing things here on the Raid platform. If you don't want to listen to my rant beforehand, you just want to watch the Whisper, me talking about Whisper, you can skip ahead about 5 to 10 minutes in the video, you know, and you'll be able to see that. Or you could just watch the whole thing. Yo, what's going on YouTube? My name is Andrew, aka the Black Dragon. This is Black Dragon Studios, and we're back with another episode of Raid Shadow Legends. In today's video, we've got some cool stuff. Multi-battle pack, 12 energy refills, 700 energy, so put that into the calculator here. 700 energy divided by 130, which is my total energy cap. That's 5.3 energy refills plus 12. 17.38 energy refills for about $15. I'll rate this pack for you guys out of 5. 5 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. I would rate this pack a 2.5 out of 5. It is average. But not bad if you're looking to progress in the dungeons. We're on the free-to-play account today. I just opened up a free-to-play account. I don't think I've shared with you guys the free-to-play at all, so I'm going to show you guys progress we're making in the free-to-play account. Plus, you've got a privilege pack? What? No, don't buy that. That's terrible. I don't have to calculate that. But this one here, check this one out, folks. Siege gift. So you can pick this up for the next 6 days and 13 hours from the making of this video. So you pick this up for free from the shop. It's called Siege Gift. You get a magnificent artifact chest. So you can get a range of speed, retaliation, cursed, regeneration, stun, savage, cruel, immortal, or divine speed artifacts. From this chest, you can only get 5-star gear. You can get 5-star gear and 6-star gear. This is the funny shit, man. I have no 5-star and 6-star gear on this account. Like, I have maybe 1 or 2 pieces, and they're both rare. So this is going to be crazy for my account to just get this for free. And they're all epic or higher rarity. You get also 1,000 free energy, 150 multi-battles, a 5-star chicken, and a free legendary book. The value of this pack in like Plariums' eyes would probably be something like $10 for the energy, and then like another $5 or $7 for the 5-star chicken. And then for all this gear, they'd probably charge you like another $25, and I'm not even capping here. And then for the multi-battles, they probably charge you another $5, and then for the legendary book, it's in Plarium's eyes is worth like $20. So they're giving you a $67 pack for absolutely free. I would go claim this immediately if I was you. Yeah, I'm gonna open this up and let's see what we get here. You can have all that sent to your inbox, or you can just open it. We're already starting off good. 3 Lego pieces, 6-star Lego pieces, speed chestplate Lego. We're like that. Reflex, speed, more cursed. Cursed is good in Hydra. Pretty good opening here. Let's see what the stats and the substats are. Crit rate, cruel gloves. I'm going to keep those. I'm probably going to just put those on a Faction Wars champion. They're not very good. Same with these here. These attack percent gloves. I'm probably just going to sell those because I have no need for attack percent gloves on anybody. HP percent boots with attack and savage with crit rate, attack percent, and crit damage. I'm probably going to keep those for now, even though I probably won't use them. They're still decent. And then we got this 6-star legendary reflex shield here with speed, resistance, HP percent, and crit damage. That's a very good piece. However it rolls. The only roll that we probably wouldn't want to see on that is crit damage. That's a good defensive piece there. So we'll keep that in mind. Attack percent piece with crit damage and HP percent. I'm probably going to sell that. I'm probably going to keep that. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to roll that up. And if it gets like a triple roll of something, I'll probably just rework it. Or it's just going to get sold. Accuracy, resistance, defense percent, and the reflex piece. We'll keep that. Again, you have to remember that your account may be a little different than mine. I just opened this account 30 days ago, so pretty much all this gear is going to be remotely usable. We have an accuracy chest piece here with defense percent and resistance. Again, I'm going to do the same thing that I would do with any epic or legendary 5 and 6-star speed gear. I'm going to roll that up. I'm going to try and get a triple roll of something on it or higher, and then I'm going to rework the piece to try and get speed substat on that piece. We've got a cursed helmet here with crit rate, crit damage, and speed. That's a very good piece. 6-star epic piece there. And then we've got a divine speed shield with resistance, accuracy, and crit damage. I mean, I guess I probably triple roll that and then rework it. That's really the only way I'd ever keep that piece. And then we got these boots here. Speed 6-star immortal boots with HP percent, attack percent, and accuracy. Wow, that is amazing. All right, I don't know. I didn't click collect. I hope it collected it for me. Even though I didn't click collect, it should have still collected it for me. Imagine it didn't. It's like, we'll only give you this gear if you click collect, but since you didn't, you don't get the gear. Okay, so we're gonna click on the multi-battles, click on the energy. This is so good. People were really upset about the rewards for Siege, so I'm guessing that's what prompted Plarium to give out that reward. And yeah, that's pretty much how much they would charge you for a Forge Pass. They charge you double that for a Forge Pass, actually, which I did just pick up on the main account. The Forge Pass is actually really good right now. We got the Righteous gear set here. So for 2-piece Righteous, it is 10% speed and 40 resist. So it's basically the speed set and the resist set worked into one. But you basically lose no speed and you get the same amount of resist that you would get from the resist set. So it's like really, really good in Arena and Hydra and just anywhere in the game, really. If there's 2 purchases that you would ever make in this game, it would be the Forge Pass when it's Bolster or Righteous. And then obviously you've got the daily gem pack. I know that I said this is my free-to-play account, but I mean, come on, man. I get that there's free-to-play challenges and stuff like that. This is not a free-to-play challenge. This is literally just like a quote-unquote low-spending account, so I'm basically never going to spend money on this account. I'm not even going to buy the Forge Pass on this account. The only thing that I'm ever going to buy on this account is the daily gem pack, because you can get this. It's literally, I think it's like 2,000 gems for $10 a month. If you can't afford $10 a month, I'm sorry, dude. Like, come on. Like, you're playing, you know what I mean? Like, you could go to Starbucks and get 2 coffees for $10. So I don't see anything wrong with that. Genbo Perfect Soul. Oh, okay. I don't have that on my main. I think I have a Gembo 6-star Perfect Soul for my main already anyways, so it's like whatever. I just picked up that 6-star soul recently, or 5-star, I can't remember. So those immortal boots, those 6-star immortal boots, actually really gonna go on somebody here. Probably not White Queen Ancora. It was the first legendary I opened for my free-to-play account, and oh my god, I was like jumping in the air. She's a hard carry. She's gonna be a hard carry for pretty much any area in the game. Look at all the arena defense wins because of White Queen Ancora against teams with like significantly higher team power than my team. And the reason for that is because they can't kill my White Queen Ancora. So she just keeps reviving and reviving and reviving until they just give up, basically. So let's see the team in action here. We're gonna go in. So my team basically is White Queen Ancora for reviving. She does remove all debuffs, and she decreases the cooldowns of some of the skills of my champions, as well as turn meter increase and turn meter decrease. So she's just she got so much utility. And then we've got Kale as my damage dealer, Apothecary as the turn meter boost and speed dude. She's also got a 19% speed aura, which I didn't mention before, which is really useful. So she can be your speed lead, and it's all battles too. It's not just arena. So, and then we've got Morag for ally attack, strengthen, AoE strengthen, and counter attack. She actually does a little bit of damage too, which is kind of nice. But she's mainly in there for her strengthens and her ally attacks. Let's see if we can beat this team here. It's like a pretty weak ass team here, if I gotta be honest with you. Especially since their Wukong will be dying last. We don't have to worry about him getting revived at all throughout the match. He does 0 damage to my Ancora, which is perfect. Perfect. Let's go in here against this 10k power team. I'm sure we'll be able to take them out. No problem at all. Alright. Let's see. I did have a different setup before. I don't particularly know why I have her in there. As opposed to, say, somebody else like Valerie. Like, this was the team I was using before. This is Valerie. So she basically increases the duration of all of our buffs by 1 turn, places a shield, increased attack, and decreased debuff duration. So let's go in with this here setup instead. This is like my nuke setup. I just 6-starred Morag, which is a pretty good epic. I was very happy to pull Morag like right away. I pulled her on like the 2nd day, so I just 6-starred her, so I wanted to maybe test her out in place of Valerie. But as you can see here, my team's very resilient because of our reviver. In this early arena, if you can pull a bomb reviver like Ancora or Rector Drath, or anybody really, any reviver that's not Shaman,
do you know how obnoxious and rude that
is gonna be like so useful in early arena. So here we go again. We've got this is a team that I would avoid actually because of the 6-star 5-star blessing. I forget what her name is, but this champion here is very tanky, and I don't know if we have enough damage to kill her. So Lady Adeline or something like that. So we'll just pass on that one, and we'll take this one instead. Will we take this one instead? No, they've got a pretty good Wukong there. I think we'll avoid that one as well. We'll take this one here, I guess. I don't know. Depends on how fast their Deacon is. I think we might be able to get by it though. I've got Ancora going pretty fast. She's almost at 200 speed. I've got Apothecary going pretty fast as well. He's like 1 speed slower than, or he's 1 speed faster than Ancora, so just clean up some of these 1 champion matchups here. We can just farm arena like this until we get enough medals to level up our Great Hall. I think I just leveled up the Great Hall not too long ago. +1 more egg, but she's only level 50. They've got 2 level 60s on the team. We'll try them out. This is a sneaky team. They might be able to withstand our nuke here because there's 2 Force Affinity champions on the team. So we'll have to see how this turns out. I might have to manual some of this. Okay. They're just gonna keep killing my Kale by the looks of it. Okay, we had all of our cooldowns reset. We can nuke again. Boom. Probably die again. That's okay. Now work on this champion here. I don't need a heal just yet. I'll just continue to pound on this champion. Put his shield on, I guess. And heal, I guess, because he has his heal back every 2 turns anyways. So, oh, she does have a full revive. So yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to get by this. See, this is what I mean. If you have a good reviver in arena, it's very annoying for your opponent, especially when they're on arena offense, to have to deal with that. We have our nuke back again, so let's do that. Boom. Let's see, what else can I do here? Can I do a speed? Yeah, I can go again here. Boost the turn meter. And we have to kill their reviver. She's just going to keep healing and reviving. I got my nuke back again. Boom. Let's do this. Shield up. And try to put some damage in on this champion here. Your Wukong goes down, but that's not going to help. We really need to kill this champion immediately. Let's bring back our Apothecary and nuke again. Boom. I think we'll be able to do this. Let's put a speed boost on our team. Hopefully he targets the Apothecary. He does. Looks like we're going to get by just because of the cooldowns. We have a lot of decreased cooldowns on our team, so he's not able to kill. We're going to go in for an attack here on this champion and just basically pound away until the reviver is dead. They cannot kill my reviver. Probably not even on auto, honestly. He's just way too tanky. So yeah, that was a really annoying offensive matchup, but we got through it. Still not doing a whole lot in tag team arena. I only have one good team really, so the rest of it is just filler. I have some good stuff. Planned though. We got a lot of good epics. Pulled a few good damage dealing epics that I'm excited to work on. Let's go check those guys out now. We already took a look at that pack. We got Galkut here, which is a nice Spirit Affinity nuker. And then we've got Infernal Baroness here, which is a very good Demon Spawn Force Affinity nuker. And then I opened up this guy. Now tell me, folks, is there any way to like just see him without set info. Is there any way to see this guy without all this? Like, look at him. Okay, let me slow this down for you guys. Let's back this up. Okay. Look at this dude. Scion. Does this guy not look like a Lego? Like, in all honesty, look at his wings. Like, they don't even fit on the page. This guy looks insane. Like, his artwork, 10 out of 10. His skill kit, pretty good. Crit rate blessing, or crit rate aura in all dungeons. 24% is no joke either, by the way. And then his passive is pretty sick. Enemies under block active skills, block buffs, and heal reduction debuffs cannot decrease this champion's turn meter, which is kind of cool, I guess. It would be maybe good for arena. Removes all debuffs from this champion, and then attacks all enemies. Now, what would put this champion over the top for me, okay, is if the second part of his skill is places a 50% increased attack and a 30% crit rate damage buff, crit damage buff on this champion for 1 turn after attacking. But then why don't they just put that on before the damage is dealt? Like, why do they have to do that after the attack? This would be one of the best AoEs in the game. Removes all debuffs from this champion, then attacks all enemies. Instead, it could read, places an increased attack buff, any crit damage buff on this champion, removes all debuffs from this champion, and then attacks all enemies. Like, come on, bro. Anyways, it's still good. I'm sure it still hits pretty hard. It's on a 3-turn cooldown when booked. And then we've got attacks 1 enemy, places block buffs and heal reduction for 2 turns. So really good in Spirit Keep. And anywhere else, like Spider, you might need a heal reduction. Also really good in Arena. Will ignore any shield buffs, so it's just doing straight damage to the face, which is really cool. And then attacks 1 enemy, has a 30% chance when booked of placing a block active skills debuff for 1 turn, so very useful. A1. I really like this champion. We're gonna build him out soon. Right now, just building for clan boss. My thoughts are on nothing but clan boss right now, so we're working up Frozen Banshee next. Obviously, Frozen Banshee is like, you know, one of the best rares to do damage to the clan boss in the game, if not the best. Easy to build out, easy to book. So Frozen Banshee has Frost Blight on a 3-turn cooldown when booked. Attacks 1 enemy, places a poison sensitivity debuff for 2 turns. The poison sensitivity increases the damage taken from the poison debuff recipient by 25%. So it's really nice. Really nice. And then she's got Cruel Exaltation. Attacks 1 enemy and fills the turn meter of all allies by 2% for each debuff on the target. And then we have A1. Attacks 1 enemy 2 times, has a 100% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff on the target for 2 turns if a target is under a poison sensitivity debuff. Now, how you exploit this is by getting her to counterattack and getting her to get on ally attacks. So it was really nice that I opened her because I already had Morag, and Morag teams up with 2 random allies on a 4-turn cooldown to attack a single enemy. The allies using the attack will always use their default skills. Grants an extra turn if the enemy is killed. So this is good in Arena. She actually doesn't hit that hard the way I have her built out right now, but I'm sure she could do a nice little smack in Arena. Attacks all enemies, places a 25% strengthen buff on all allies for 2 turns. This is insane. Insane for clan boss. And the damage is based on defense as well. So, you know, that just makes it even better to build her for clan boss because she's so tanky. And then counterattacks when hit while under a strengthen buff placed by this champion. Just this champion though. And then attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit will ignore shield buffs. So yeah, I like Morag for that reason. She's got high ratings all across the board. She's lowest rated in Sand Devil, Magic Keep, but even those are still good. And Spider's Den. Probably don't need her in Spider's Den, but you could use her in Spider's Den if you really needed a champion that needed to utilize other champions' A1s and or put strengthens on your team just for a little more survivability. Strengthen, by the way, for those who don't know, is like one of the best buffs in the game to put on your team. Strengthen is a 25% damage mitigation. It has nothing to do with defense or HP. It's just a straight up 25% damage mitigation. So it's really, really good. Yeah, so we got those, building those ones out. That's really it. That's all I have pretty much on the account. Not a whole lot, but we're making good progress. That daily gem pack definitely comes in clutch, man. Plus we got the gem mine opened up for newer players. If you have not opened up a gem mine, I highly suggest that you do. It's a very good 1500 gem investment if you plan on playing this game. I think the gem mine fully pays for itself after 90 days. And then after that, it's just pure prof. So yeah, it's really good. This is a champion I've had built out for a while now. I've been using her for a while now. And I've not really wanted to do a video on her until I could bring her into the Hydra to show you guys how good of a Hydra champion she is. But I couldn't overlook how good she was actually performing in all areas of the game, not just Hydra. I don't have a good Hydra team built out right now, so I can't show you how good she is in Hydra. But I can show you how good she is in other areas of the game. I've never been unhappy to use her, so let's go up to like a really hard level of Doom Tower. Let's go right up to the last level of Doom Tower that I did. And this is Doom Tower hard. Floor 49. So this NPCs are level 273 here, so they're pretty tanky. And we've got this champion here that I want to showcase today. Whisper, level 60. Knight's Revenant attack champion. And she's got a aura, 29% ally attack in dungeons, 29%. Unrelenting passive has a 10% chance of granting an extra turn whenever this champion lands a critical hit. This increases the damage inflicted on bosses by 20%. So this is so good, and you're going to see why here. I have Unyielding Flurry, level 5, so attacks one enemy 2 times on a 4-turn cooldown, grants an extra turn if the target is under decreased defense and weakened debuffs. This hits pretty hard, but the main important thing here is grants an extra turn if the target is under decreased defense and weakened debuffs. So she's going to have to be paired with somebody that can land decreased defense and weaken to make her fully functional. And then her big smacker attacks one enemy, places a 50% increased attack buff and a 30% crit rate buff on this champion for 2 turns before attacking if the target has a higher max HP than this champion. will ignore defense if the target is under a weakened debuff. So she can essentially get an extra turn off of her A3 or A2. And they stack, by the way, so she can get multiple extra turns. Yeah. Off of her A3 because she hits 2 times with it. And then grant an extra turn on top of that. Yeah, so it's pretty nuts. Anyways, yeah, this A2 on regular targets usually hits for about 200,000. Whether it's in Arena, on any champion in Arena, or in PvE. It's very hard hitting. And then the softening drive attacks one enemy. Can apply a weakened debuff, but I didn't want to build her with accuracy. I wanted to spec all into damage, and that's exactly what I did with the gear. I put some of my best jumbled gear on her in order to get her up to 100% crit rate, so that we don't have to worry about getting crit rate buffs with this champion. I just want to crit cap her. So 100% crit rate, 273 crit damage, 6,000 attack. And you're going to see what she does here now. I got Venus for decreased defense and weaken. And Ninja can apply a decreased defense as well from time to time. We have him in here for freeze and to help with a little bit of damage. We have Nethril and Visix in for crowd control. So this can be fully autoed with this team. And we're going to see immediately that I have her speed tuned to go second as well. So 221,000 plus the plus she also has cruelty as well, which does more damage. Now the unyielding fury, 70k damage, and then an extra turn, 170k damage. She'll take out the whole wave by herself in 45 seconds. If they don't get a turn, they're just all going to be dead. Here we go in again, 221k damage. One-shotting the NPC in level 49 Doom Tower Hard is no easy task for an epic champion, but she does it with no issues whatsoever. Boom, a nice little 50k. A1 is nothing to shake a stick at either. So a nice little 2-minute run there is not bad. So she can go in Faction Wars, obviously. She can go in Arena, obviously, if you have the right setup. So for a team like this, I'm not 100% sure that we would actually be able to kill this team. But we can try. So essentially what I'll have here, what I would do for this team setup is have a speed lead, obviously decrease defense and weaken, going ahead of Whisper. And for my crowd control against this team, I would probably go with, I would probably go with Nethril. Let's see here. Yep, he has Stone Skin, and I figured he would, but we don't care, honestly. They should have given the Stone Skin to someone else, honestly. So let's go in with the decreased defense and weaken. And we'll take out Georgette with the A3. And then, boom, 80k on the Georgette. And then we'll take out their other damage dealer. Okay, that didn't work. Uh-oh. The target was changed. Okay, well, I'll try and stun them now then. Oh, I got feared. Okay. Can I get a revive? And I gotta go off of our back foot here for a sec. Because I was not expecting the target to be changed. Let's go over here again. Target was changed again. Okay. That's fine. Hopefully we don't get crossed out here. Let's go and try and stun them again. Didn't work. Now we're provoked. This is not good. Let's see if this Arbiter can pick up another revive here in just a moment. Decrease defense and weaken. Landed on everyone. Revive. Turn meter boost. Really trying to get this lower the turn meter. Really trying to get my... I'm going to leave that shield on. And really trying to kill this big Un, but it's not working. We took out the... Finally took out that stupid ultimate Death Knight. You guys know about that guy. He's so annoying, man. He changes the target, so that's going to be a weak spot for Whisper. Because there's a lot of UDK going around right now. If there's no UDK... yeah, she's gonna probably just take over the game. They need to, yeah, they need to have a target changer if Whisper is in there. So probably don't want to go in against UDK with just Whisper, unless you have super good crowd control. Let's see what else we could do here. Potentially take this team out here. It doesn't look like they have much. They have decreased cooldowns. They have a Wukong and a Rhonda. And then a Reviver. The Reviver's probably in Stone Skin, I would guess, if I had to guess. So this might not be a team that we'd want to go up against. With a Nethril, instead bring in like a Necrit. And just do it that way. In case they get a revive off this stupid thing with Stone Skin. You do have Stone Skin, right? No, he doesn't even have Stone Skin. Wow. Okay, so the first champion that we're going to want to obviously take out here is this guy right here. This dude right here. But I don't want to risk not getting a revive, so I'm going to just do that right off the bat. Necrit's putting block debuffs, ally protect, shields, strengthens on my important champions here, just in case they get a revive off here, and they also have a Wukong, which can be kind of annoying as well. So let's see how much we can do to their reviver here. And the nice thing too is that Whisper is void affinity, so she'll never get a weak hit. Let's go in with her A3 here, grant an extra turn. See how much we could do to their reviver here. Let's go in. Boom, 93k on the reviver. Let's see how much we could do here to their next most dangerous champion would probably be the Rhonda, I'm guessing, or the cooldown guy. Probably the cooldown guy, the guy that's going to decrease all the cooldowns of our skills. Let's take him out next. Boom! 230k, but he did have an unkillable proc. We'll wipe that off. You don't deserve that. Just wipe that off with our high accuracy Arbiter. Wukong comes in for the smack there, but it's inefficient against Necrit's shields and ally protects. Doesn't matter. You can hit Arbiter all you want. You're not doing nothing to her. We'll just finish off their unkillable dude here. No issues there. And our reviver is going to revive. She's going to do her job properly and revive the whole team and then boost their turn meter and heal. Thank you, Necrit. We're going to go in and put some HP burns on ya. And decrease attack on Rhonda. And we got to kill off the Rhonda before we can deal with the Wukong. Wukong is such an annoying champion, you know. Yeah, case in point. Case in point. Wukong does not do us any favors there. Knowing that I'm not going to spend gems on an arena team refill, but let's go into tag team arena and have some more stress. So this would be a team that I would consider bringing in her against. And then team number 2, we could try that. I might just give up against UDK, honestly. It's starting to get to the point now where every team has Wukong, UDK, Mithrala, which is really annoying as well, some sort of bomb champion, and then like a Kaimar, or a Sifi, or a Duchess. Like, it's just so stupid now. Or an Armons. Like, arena at this level is becoming a problem for me. I don't have these champions, so I can't compete with these guys. But we got Whisper. Let's see if Whisper can do anything here. We're gonna freeze everyone. And Ninja has enough accuracy to land it. We're gonna put the decreased defense and weaken on. I got enough accuracy to land that as well. Let's go in on this. No, actually, I'm gonna save the Duchess. I'm gonna save the Duchess here. Let's get this Gaius the Gleeful out of here. Boom, 67k on the Gaius the Gleeful, the Mad Bomber, and then the Duchess, everyone. This is the moment you've all been waiting for in Arena. How much damage can a Whisper do to a Duchess in Arena? Well, you're about to find out. $135k clear damage. Your Duchess has 135k HP, or it doesn't survive that strike. It's that simple. And that was while frozen too, which reduces the damage, I think, by 25%. So, you know, take from that what you will, people. Take from that what you will. She can smack. So I think I've proved my point on that. No Duchess is surviving that. She got an extra turn there. Boom. 45k there. She got another extra turn. Boom. 32k there. Thank you very much, sir. Have a good day. We're faster than these guys. So we're going to decrease the turn meter. Boom. Just like that. Decrease defense. And go in with our actual arena nuker here, Genbo. Boom, 150k to the face. Thank you very much. Sit down. And then we just gave up this third battle. I don't think we're going to win this. Just put this on auto. This is my arena defense. But they can be used on offense sometimes too. But they're a little slow. We'll see how they do here. I don't think we're going to win this. In fact, I think we're going to lose this so badly. I don't even think we kill anybody here in this match, if I'm being honest with you. They've got Taurus, they've got Mithrala, Wukong with like 800,000 HP at the moment. Yeah, so I think we'll just go ahead and skip through that one. I'm not, even if we do win it, it'll probably take like 25 minutes. Mithrala is insanely annoying on arena defense, so yeah, that's pretty much her in arena. Can lay a smack, but a little conditional, and is only single target. She hits harder than a Rotos. Let's be honest. She can hit harder than a Rotos. However, I just don't know if... I just don't know if she's the one, you know? Maybe could try her in a live arena battle. But I don't want to sit here all day and try and pick the perfect live arena team. Unfortunately, I would say she's probably a bust in live arena, simply for that fact that you can't bring in a Venus. Venus is terrible in live arena. Because, yeah, they'll just, like, for example, let's say we go in with, let's say this is my live arena picks. Let's say I go Arbiter, Whisper, Venus, and then a crowd control. So let's say I pick, for example, Nethril. I pick Nethril for my crowd control quite often because he has two crowd control, two forms of crowd control. and one of them is not actually a debuff. So it's just decreased turn meter, so it actually sometimes works better than a debuff. And then who would I bring in? Like at that point, right? Like, so I've got my speed lead, I've got my decreased defense and weaken, I've got my whisper, I've got my crowd control. Now, what would be my fifth pick here? I could pick another damage dealer. I would have to pick another damage dealer because they're just going to ban out this damage dealer. If, say, I picked a second speed lead, then they just ban out my damage dealer and I'm left with this bullshit team. I have no damage on this team. Okay, so that's not an option. So then I pick Genbo and they ban my Arbiter and then they have an actual speed lead. So I'm left with my fastest champion is like 270 speed. And if they pick a 300 speed Sifi, we're done because we can't place any debuffs at that point. If they have a fast cleanser or an Armands, which is usually running at 300 plus speed, then I have no way to go. So even if we were to get a turn after Armands, our whole team is stunned. Or their whole team has been cleansed by their cleanser after we place decreased defense and weaken. So in order to make this team work in arena, you're going to have them running at like 300 plus speed, which is it's not feasible. It's not feasible for damage dealers. Or another thing that they could do as well, and they do this quite often, but they'll ban your Arbiter. If you just go with a team comp like this, they're just going to ban your Arbiter 99.9% of the time. If you go with a team comp like this, where would it be here? That's really the only way you could run that. Actually. So yeah, they're just going to ban your Arbiter. You're going to be too slow and you're not going to get a turn. Or by the time you get a turn, they're going to have Stone Skin, shields up, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on. So I think Lydia might have decreased defense and weaken. Yes, attacks all enemies, places decreased defense and weaken, and strengthen buff and increased speed on all allies, so much better. Also has denies enemy revive attempts. Works even if this champion is dead. If this champion is alive when an enemy revive is denied, revives all dead allies and grants an extra turn if there are no dead allies. So I mean, this is a much better. And then you've got block buffs, block active skills, fear. But even still, I mean, is that good enough for live arena? I don't see really a whole lot of people using Lydia in live arena. She's not good in live arena. Don't use her in live arena. She would be good in live arena. Unfortunately, you can't really use her. So that's no. Yeah, I'm disappointed in that. I'm very disappointed in that. Where else is she going to be good? Well, I put her on my Ice Golem 20 team. Surprisingly enough, she does work. If you've got the right champions, I've got a revive all, I've got a decrease attack, a heal, and some poisons, as well as a decreased crit rate and decreased turn meter. And I've got a cleanser, healer, increased defense, and block debuffs. So we've got the potion. Now we've just got to do the motion. She's going to be great for waves. I think that's probably her best fit in the game. Whisper is going to take out the waves for you. 127k there with her A1. That was an A1, by the way, on level 20 Ice Golem, which is where most people are going to be farming. There, she's taken out the whole wave, an extra turn. She's taken out the whole wave in 23 seconds. So you're left with just that, you know. Pretty cool. We're on to the next wave, 30 seconds. She's going to do the same thing again here. She's going to clear out the entire enemy team within 30 seconds. Possibly faster if you get a lot of extra turns. So I think I saw her take out a whole wave in one turn before. Extra turn. Extra turn. Can I have another extra turn, please? She took herself out there on the reflect damage, but that's why we have a reviver in. So we'll just bring her back up here in a moment. There she is. So at a minute 20, we're into the boss. She can one-shot the ads, which is great. So we could keep killing them. We don't need to block revive on these ads. It's not super important. Extra turn. Boom. Boss is going to get a turn here. Boom. Irrelevant. Doesn't do much damage to our team because he has decreased attack on. He's not going to be hitting very hard to begin with. That's why we have Eox in there. So we're never afraid of dying here. If we get unlucky and something does happen to our team, we have the reviver in there for the backup. But we would like to keep the run speedy as well, so that is why we don't want to be doing a whole lot of reviving. We'd rather just keep our champion alive that is doing damage. So we're going to keep our Whisper alive here with Eox and Mausoleum Mage. Our reviver can also help keep her alive as well because she does place strengthen and increased defense on the entire team. For 4 turns, which is, you know, pretty sick. Pretty sick if you think about it. Pretty sick. So she's going to have that up pretty much the whole game. And 236, we are nearly done with the boss here. This is going to be a solid 3-minute run on Ice Golem. Extra turn. Boom. 320,000 damage on the Ice Golem there. 320,000 damage. This is an epic champion, dude. This is an epic champion in average gear, bro. This is not even good gear. This is not even good gear. This is actually some of the worst. This is some of the worst decent gear you could have on her. So she's gonna help you there. She's gonna help you in Iron Twins Fortress. Like, I don't know that she would be your main. Like, obviously Cold Heart is probably better for Iron Twins than she would be. I don't know why I brought this team in here. It makes no sense. I don't even know. I'm looking at this team now and I'm like, what the hell is this team? Let's not even go there. I'm not going to mess up the team comp for Iron Twins because I can barely do it to begin with. I'm not going to bring her in for Sand Devil because I already have a Sand Devil team. Phantom Shogun's Grove. Like, I'm not going to bring her in for Phantom Shogun's Grove either unless she's in Affinity Breaker because she'll get too many weak hits. So I wouldn't use her there. Wouldn't use her in Spider's Den. There's so many better options for Spider's Den. But she can definitely help you farm. Stage 15 of the Minotaur's Labyrinth really nicely. Again, just she just erases waves that would normally take 2 to 3 minutes longer with any average champions. This champion is, in my humble opinion, the best epic damage dealer in the game. By far. Now, I know I kind of left some people out of the equation there. Royal Guard. Geomancer for Clan Boss. But look at that. Just striking that guy for half of his health there. Geomancer does a lot more damage to the Clan Boss over time. But for like quick burst damage that is not HP based, her damage is not dealt based off of enemy max HP. This is the heaviest. She just strictly reminds me of Rotos. Now, don't get me wrong. I know she's not Rotos, okay? Don't sit there and say in the comments, oh, she's not Rotos. Like, she's not even comparable to Rotos. Well, why I'm thinking that is she's got the single target nuke, and she gets very heavy damage off of it. Plus, she also gets extra turns. That's my thinking there. Faction Wars, obviously, she's going to be a god. In the... I forgot what faction. Knights Revenant faction there. She's going to be a god. Godly damage. Could she be in your Clan Boss team? Yes. Yes, she could, but there's better options. Early game Clan Boss team, yes, she could, until you got like some sort of, unkillable going or something like that. She could potentially be put in to your Clan Boss team, but she's going to be mainly in Hydra. She's going to be really, really good in Hydra. I can't show you in Hydra because I don't have a good Hydra team. Plus, my Hydra keys have already been used. But I will tell you this without a shadow of a doubt, okay? The fact that she's ignoring defense. How important is it to ignore defense in raid? Well, it's very important. If the target has higher max HP than this champion, she's gonna put increased crit rate and increased attack on herself. But she's going to ignore all defense, not some of it. So you don't need her in you don't need her in Savage Gear. You could put her in Savage Gear to get more out of her A3 and her A1. But I think this champion will benefit the most probably from being in this gear here. Now these gear sets here. In the Hydra, probably Reflex gear. Although Relentless did get a nerf, she's still good in Relentless gear. But probably better in... I would put her in probably like 4-piece Reflex, 2-piece Cruel for the extra attack percent. 4-piece Relentless or 4-piece Relentless. And 2-piece crit damage. I don't have any right now. That's probably why I'm like, where the hell is it? I don't have any crit damage gear on me right now. But crit damage gear is going to be really good on her. Crit damage gear is going to be so good on her that you could just run her in 6-piece crit damage gear and get an extra 60% crit damage, which is very unique for a champion. To not have to run them in Cruel or Savage gear means you could get an extra 60% crit damage on this champion. But I would prefer you to put her in Reflex gear or Relentless gear because of the extra turn potential being able to cycle back around to this huge smack every turn, or even potentially 2 or 3 times in the same turn, is just so invaluable. It's so invaluable. Put cruelty on her. Preferably the 6-star blessing, which would give her an extra 30% crit damage, an extra 500 defense, an extra 30 resist, an extra 30 accuracy, and an extra 10 speed. Decreases the target's defense by 4% each hit, up to 40%, and up to 20% for bosses. Actually, I do have Venus and Cruelty as well. And I got a 4-star blessing for Venus. The only problem is extra 38% crit damage just for being a legendary. It's insane what these blessings do. But the point I'm trying to make to you right now is I have Venus and Cruelty. You don't need 2 champions in Cruelty, so I could probably put her in something like Phantom Touch. You got 1 in Phantom Touch. You got the other. As long as you have 1 in Cruelty, that's all you need. Cruelty, yeah, just so good. So good. And it's better on Venus too, because better on Venus because I have a higher blessing for her, so I'll be decreasing the target's defense by 2% per hit instead of just the 1. For now. Use it for Fire Knight, although you could. I do have her on my Fire Knight team, my Fire Knight 20 team, because she's just that good. So she does have a 2-hitter on her A2, but she's really just in there for the big smack. So her best friend is going to be Lydia or Venus. Those are her her main compadres. Unfortunately, if you don't have her, all you really need is the weekend. So you got 2 extra turns there. And what those extra turns give her is more chance of hitting an extra turn on her next extra turn. So I would say that all you really need is the weekend. You can still make it work with just the weekend. You're still going to be doing that increased crit rate and increased attack. But her bread and butter is taking extra turns. I mean, if she didn't get to take all these extra turns, she would be an average champion, in my opinion. Yes, she does a lot of damage, but she's only doing single target nuke, and she's only taking 1 turn. But since she's taking extra turns, it turns her into a monster. It turns her into an absolute savage. Extra turn, thank you very much, and we're into the boss. Now, if we didn't get that extra turn, we probably would have had to been waiting an extra 20 or 30 seconds just to kill that ad till we could get another turn for her. That's that's my whole point proven right there. She's just so fast, which was actually shocking to me. I had her on the account for quite a while, not built out, and it was in my vault, and it was just sitting there, and I saw all these people making videos of her doing Hydra. How much damage she was smacking for. Full damage on Hydra, I've seen her smack for over 1 million damage while getting extra turns. So there's just an idea of how much damage she can be doing for you in Hydra if you put her on the right team. If you think this is cap, just go check it. Just go check out the YouTube videos that people have made on Whisper. There's a lot of them out there. And yeah, she ain't no joke. We're going to finish off this Fire Knight here in just about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, which is perfect for my account level where we're at right now. We're very happy with that. Boom, another 110k and an extra turn, just in case that wasn't enough. Crit rate, crit damage, Fury Gloves, keep that. Faction Wars Champ, something like that. Specific, build, whatever. So let's go ahead and check off all the areas she's been good in. Cursed City, she'll be good in. Siege, she will be good in. Doom Tower, she will be good in. That's 3 areas she'll be very good in. Hydra, that's 4 areas. regular arena, that's 6 areas, faction wars, 7 areas, dungeons, all dungeons except for Spider's Den. I'm probably going to opt for the Cold Heart over her as my... I don't think I have her on my Spider team. No, I have Cold Heart and a reset cooldown champion, so don't need her in Spider. But you probably could use her in Spider if you really needed her. She's not going to give you that Cold Heart-like damage, but you could use her. Any of the potions keeps, so that's like 8 areas she's good in. Minotaur, 9 areas. Potentially Iron Twins. I am using her in some of my Iron Twins teams. So, but not the greatest champ for Iron Twins. Much better is Cold Heart. I would prefer Cold Heart there. Not great for Sand Devil's Necropolis, although you could use her in the early game. And Phantom Shogun's Grove, only with Affinity Breaker gear could you use her in Phantom Shogun's Grove. But we don't want to build her out in Affinity Breaker gear anyways, so let's not bring her into Phantom Shogun's Grove. My overall rating of this champion, this epic champion, top 5. Top 5 epic champion in the game. And yeah, she's just fantastic. Fantastic. Some people like her in Demon Lord. I don't know. I wouldn't bring her into Clan Boss. I don't think she's awfully useful in Clan Boss, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong about that. If you guys have a Clan Boss team that includes Whisper, please link me to your video. I would love to see it. To see how much damage she's popping off with against the Demon Lord. But yeah, people don't like her in Spider's Den. I wouldn't put her in Spider's Den, honestly. Arena offense, I like her in arena offense. I really do. I changed my opinion on that. Yeah. Fire Knight's Castle, y'all have her at 3.5 in Fire Knight's Castle. Come on, now y'all see what she can do. She's a beast in Fire Knight's Castle, man. On the right team. Force Keep, Ice Golem's Peak, Arena Defense. Would I put her on Arena Defense? Probably not. I probably wouldn't put her on Arena Defense, but she could be used in Arena Defense if you had like a speed team that you're like pretty much this team that I was notating to you earlier. But just average. She's definitely not going to be my first choice for Arena Defense. Hydra, they love her in Hydra. They love her in Iron Twins. They love her in Sand Devils. I just don't know. I don't know. I haven't used her there, so I couldn't tell you. I already have a team that's auto farming 25 100% of the time. So I will never use her in Sand Devil's Necropolis. But they're saying you can. They're also saying you can use her in Phantom Shogun's Grove. Yeah, she's going to be really good in Phantom Shogun's Grove, but only in Affinity Breaker gear. So that's the video. I just wanted to showcase Whisper for you guys today. Not the best looking champion. I've never liked like the shaved head punk rock looker type, look. I like the color of her hair. I don't particularly like her outfit. She's got a very nice ass. Okay, I'm just gonna say that right now. Wow, that booty is okay. Let's move away from that for a moment here. But her hair is just not doing it for me. I don't like the shaved scalp, the weird like thing. Her lips, she got a very nice piercing, and the purple lipstick really goes well with the hair. But come on, let's grow that out. Whisper, would you do that for me? Just grow that out, and yeah, it would look a whole lot better on you, I think, personally. The sword is cool, the double swords, but overall, just the outfit, I give it like a 5.5 out of 10. The ass, I would give a 10 out of 10.
Stop looking at my ass!
I'm not looking at your ass.
But everything else, just bleh, meh. Yeah, the makeup, pretty good makeup. She does her makeup quite nicely for an epic champion. But yeah, I gotta stop turning here. We gotta get out of here, folks. Let's get out of here, and you all have a good day, and we'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.